Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called Final Blow, and this was created by Taito in 1988. And it is a boxing game. And it was later reinvented as James Buster Douglas knockout boxing for the Sega Genesis. But this can be really hard. There is a trick to some of the fighters, at least, that you can exploit to your advantage, and you might be able to win with that trick. Otherwise, the game's really freaking hard. James Buster Douglas is much easier. I used to own that one. And here is a picture of the Sega Genesis card. It was one of the earliest Sega Genesis games. They promoted it heavily in their commercials for Sega does, or Genesis does what Nintendo don't. But this is the original Final Blow, and the graphics are very similar. They added an extra character for the Sega Genesis one, which is James Buster Douglas. And he was champion of the world with a stunning upset of Mike Tyson. And his victory was short-lived. He then lost to Evander Holyfield. We'll have a look here. I love this presentation. This is great. There is Kim Nang, the Korean Comet. Fernando Gomez, the South American Eagle. The Detroit Kid, the Invincible Black Panther. Dynamite Joe, the Miracle Fighter. And King Jason, the Black Beast. But you have a jab button, and you have like a cross button. The cross button moves a little slower. And by pressing both buttons together, you can do a much stronger attack. It's very slow, but it's very damaging if it connects. You don't get much more energy back when you come back up from a knockdown. And there is a TKO if you knock them down 3 times in a round. But you see their life bar at the bottom, and you can knock out their mouthpiece, which is cool. If you get a TKO, you get a really nice bonus. If the time runs out, then whoever landed more punches or has more energy or knock the opponent down more will be the winner. And they will get 10 points. But we'll get started. You can exploit the first fighter with your crosses, and you press up or down on the joystick to move your attack high or low. And I'm going to use King Jason, the Black Beast. This presentation is great. You have 3 minutes to try to beat the opponent. See, I'm just using crosses here, and he's just getting nailed. Very effective strategy. If you can exploit a fighter with a certain move over and over again, don't feel bad, because otherwise this game can be brutally hard. But yeah, you combine the jab and the cross buttons together for a really strong attack. And I'm afraid to try that here. I just want to use what I know works. But yeah, keep just using those crosses. If the opponent gets too close, then the ref will push him away from you. Sorry, I'm not going to show gameplay of the James Buster Douglas knockout boxing. You can, pick up a used Genesis and that game and try it yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Note they don't stop the clock for the KO. Will I knock him down one more time? Yep. Look at the bonus you get for a technical knockout. Holy crap, that's awesome. But you have to, you don't have to beat your own fighter. You just have to beat the other 4 fighters. There's a total of 5 fighters. But now I have to face Fernando Gomez. Now the way I exploit his weaknesses, I do an upper jab repeatedly and hope that he doesn't sneak in too many punches that'll connect. See, the ref will push him away. I love the chatter in the at ringside. This is kind of cool, but God, it's hard unless you know how to exploit the fighter's weaknesses. Yeah, I keep doing the jab, and he keeps getting nailed by it. His attacks are stronger than mine, but I just have to keep up the pressure and hope that he keeps getting hit. See, he's trying to do stronger moves, but they take longer to execute, and therefore I'm able to get quick jabs in repeatedly. The sound effects in this are great. They're not as great in the Genesis version. It's still playable. And yeah, they add a 6th fighter, which is Buster Douglas in the Genesis version. And all the other enemies are in this one, or opponents. And they have a final opponent in the Buster Douglas boxing game, which is known as Ironhead. He's very hard. He's the last boss. But now I'm switching the punches. And I just beat him. But yeah, if you can learn what moves to exploit to beat the opponent, don't feel ashamed that you had to resort to that. Do whatever you can to win in this game. Black Beast King Jason. And I'm facing Detroit Kid. I'll show you more of the moves you can do. See, like I said, you hold both attack buttons together and you'll do a stronger attack. Stronger punch. And if you press down with a punch, with a punch button, you'll do an uppercut. And you can press down with the cross button and you'll do a slower but stronger uppercut. And if you press down and both buttons, then you'll do a super strong uppercut. Yeah, he doesn't fall for the tricks that worked in the on the previous opponents. Ouch. The presentation of this game is great. Oops. Yeah, strong attacks can take out a big chunk of your life bar. The punch sounds are great in this game. You can just about feel the knocked him down. You can just about feel the blow. But yeah, you don't get nice. You don't get much energy back from when you get knocked down. I think I lost. Yeah, barely. Oh well. That's still a pretty good game. That's the best I've ever done on this. I will show you snippets of the remaining fighters. Or, well, the other fighter, which is the Korean Comet, Kim Nang. All these fighters are in James Buster Douglas Boxing, and like I said, the extra boxer is James Buster Douglas himself. We'll continue. I put in a cheat here that gives you that lets you instantly knock down the opponent with a one punch. But I just wanted you to see some footage of me versus Kim Neng. And that would be the last fighter that I face. But yeah, I like the presentation, the look, the graphics, everything of this game, except for the extreme challenge. But if you can, oh, look at my life bar. I mistakenly put in a MAME cheat that gives you infinite energy. For some reason, it drops your energy to almost nothing. That cheat doesn't work too well, so I took it off. I'm gonna face him with without invincibility or infinite energy or whatever. But yeah, this is a great presentation. It's just the challenge is crazy difficult if you don't exploit the other player's weakness. I'll fast forward in just a little bit to me beating him, but he's a little too hard for me without cheats. But I like that you can knock their mouthpiece out. Yeah, here, let me put on the cheat. Just knock him down.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So we can see the ending of Final Blow. Very nice presentation. I like all the bells and whistles of this game. But yeah, you gotta learn the weakness of an opponent and just exploit it over and over and over and over and over again in order to win in this game. Here are the credits. The graphics are lifted for the Genesis version of this game called James Buster Douglas Knockout Boxing. They lift the graphics from here, and like I said, they added James Buster Douglas into the game. Yeah, his star didn't last very long in the boxing world. But hey, he sure pulled off one of the greatest upsets in all of professional sports by knocking out Mike Tyson. But that was Final Blow by Taito in 1988. I remember seeing this, I think, once in the arcades. I didn't really play it, but worth trying out, worth looking at. For 1988, that's nice graphics and nice bells and whistles. But man, the challenge is just off the charts if you don't study the weaknesses of the opponents like crazy. Now I'll put in my initials, and it says all because I beat all the other fighters. There's no rematches. There are in the Genesis version. But that was Final Blow by Taito in 1988. Also for the Genesis as James Buster Douglas Knockout Boxing. Well, this is Crazy Clamorities, and thanks for watching Final Blow by Taito in 1988. And I will catch you later in the future with another video. Hope you had a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.